Okay, we're going to cover some details from a NoGi half guard pass that I really like that gets straight into a submission. So one of the things I want to do is I want to use the staple to help keep him from getting a really good half guard. First things first, I want to make sure I cover this leg, right? Now, I'm going to come forward, try and get the cross face and underhook here. At the same time, I want to also make sure I also get this staple right here. So if you can bring the camera right around here, you'll see what I'm doing with my leg. I want to staple right here. So even if he's like locking up his half guard here, the staple in, it kind of nullifies that a little bit. And I've still got my knee for good base. This knee can also kind of act as an underhook right here too. Okay. Now that I have the staple in, and you can get the staple first. I'll do this sometimes, like if he's up here, I'll use the staple a lot. It's very effective. I just want to make sure I don't give up an underhook. Now, I'm going to get underhook and crossface. Okay. Now, when I have an underhook and crossface, I don't like to connect my hands over here. I want to have this hand free so that at any point I can base out if I need to. I just want to make sure I don't go past the elbow and give him an underhook. Okay. All right. So now one of my favorite attacks to do from here is to replace my arm with my head. I'm here. I'm using the crossface. I want to make sure that I make him look the other direction. One of the nice details here is to pull him in towards me and then do it. That makes that crossface nice and tight, and it makes it hard for him to use his hips because he's looking the opposite way. That arm being deep is going to be important for our choke here in a moment. Pull him towards me, grab his lat. Now, shoulder in. Now I'm going to replace my arm with my head, okay? And I'm going to post on my head while I'm passing. So you can come over here so you can hear me better. When I'm here posting on my head, now I'm looking to come up onto my toes. Even if he's trying to lock up half guard here, I can eventually get my knee out and pass. When I pass, now I can go straight into the head arm choke. Now the details for the head arm choke right here, my arm is already in nice and tight. I don't like to use two hands at this. I like to use one so I've got one to base out. And it forces me to use strong technique versus just face choking him, right? So here, I want to make sure that my shoulder is underneath his chin. Now, I start usually in this like frog mount position, and then I'll eventually dismount. Here, I want to make sure I get my ear to his shoulder. A lot of the mistakes people make is they're up here too high. My ear to his shoulder, it's the shoulder, his own shoulder that's choking him on this side. Here. I'm going to actually post on my head. He's going to be fighting, and I'm going to use a base right here. Now I can dismount. I'm going to keep the knee on belly if I can. And now I'm just going to sprawl. And then he'll eventually tap.